I forgot. I forgot I was recording. Am I recording? I guess I am. Hello, people. Welcome back to Harvest Moon Adventures. So, remember on the last episode, well, the plan was to have one episode for every season going up to the end of the year, spring, summer, fall, winter. But I think I need another day or another episode for spring. All right, so, gotta talk to the wife. So cute. Okay. So I'm glad I caught this. So if you remember, I told you guys that I had a horse, but I failed to keep him because I didn't brush him every day, like this old man told me to. And the only way to get a second chance at getting a horse is for you to grow enough grass after you lose the first one. But I told you it's fucked up because he doesn't tell you you have to brush the horse every day. He tells you to talk to him every day, which I did. But only brushing counts. That's why I lost the horse the first time. But I get a second chance now because I grew enough grass to where he thinks I could take care of a horse. Okay. I'll take y'all to say no, bald head bitch. I named it Brave the first time. Okay. I love that name. If I had a son, I'd name him Brave. Please take good care of it. And there we go. So yeah, you gotta grow the grass. You gotta grow enough grass, and then you'll get a second chance at having a horse. What the hell happened here? Oh man, it messes up the whole look. Okay, well, so let's see what we got here. What was I doing? Oh yeah, so we got the turnips actually finished growing, so we get to see some of that. We get to see some vegetable harvesting today. So the thing about turnips are a single grow vegetable, which means once they finish growing, that's it. You got to replant them. And I think I planted eggplant over there or a cucumber, I forgot. But I don't think they are a single grow. I think you can keep harvesting those as long as you keep watering it. Yep. This is gonna be the day. Obviously, this isn't very exciting. But I'm telling you, when you're on your grind, the first time you play this game, oh man. I'm burned out. I'm really burned out. I can't even lie. Cause I played this game so much. I wouldn't say the game is too long. Because it takes 3 years to complete it. Not real time, but in-game time. But I think a lot of it is just up to the player and how hard you want to go. So once you fill this up, you can just run back over here and dump it. Boop. Just like that. Oh, let me move the mic a little bit. Okay, that's better. And if there's like a little stutter every now and then, I don't know, something's been going on with my laptop. So if you notice that, it's probably my laptop just being a weak bitch. And I'll say this too, it's really up to the player how hard you decide to work in this game. And I think I went probably too hard the first 2 years. And that's how I burned myself out playing this game. I didn't even have to go as hard as I did. I mean, I was playing this game for hours on end. I was obsessed. I can't even lie. Now I'm just basically done. and just trying to finish the game. But I figured I'd go ahead and do some episodes of Adventure to show it off. It's a good game though. It's a good game. I would definitely recommend it if you're into these kind of games, these sort of life simulator games that aren't about adventuring and violence and racing cars and whatnot. It kind of reminds me of Animal Crossing in a way, but Animal Crossing is much more laid back overall. This game really puts a lot of pressure on you as far as time management and having to take care of animals and stuff like that. I don't think Animal Crossing really has anything comparable, because in this game you got animals that you have to care for, and then they could die if you don't. You know, I think Animal Crossing you can neglect a lot, and the worst that'll happen is what, you get roaches in the house. Oh man, I wish I would have kept my GameCube memory card so I could still have my Animal Crossing save. That would be sweet. I still remember I had an orange memory card. I forgot what I did with my GameCube though. I probably sold it or something. And this is what I'm talking about. You notice I didn't waste too much time today, and it's already 3 p.m. and I'm still having to harvest turnips out here. But again, I'm not gonna stress too much. I'm really just showing this off for you guys. You know, between episodes, I'll take it a lot easier because I don't need to really work as hard anymore. I got my farm percentage up to a level where I should be able to get or complete the game. Because remember, the win condition in the game is to get the farm up to a level to where you can keep it after the course of 3 years. Because I think the mayor is going to come and evaluate the state of the farm, and if it's not up to par, you lose the farm. And let me check the percentage again. So I got 46%, and from what I read, I think you got to have about 30% to beat the game. So it's not even overly demanding. You would think they would want more than that. You would think they would want at least like 50% or something like that, but that's not the case. And I think the extra percentages are really just for the hardcore players, like the people who want to get up to like 70 and 80%. Those are the people who really want to go super hard with this game, and that ain't me. Because after you complete the game, after 3 years are up, I think there's a new game plus basically where you can continue to run the farm. But I made a thread on the VR board on 4chan about this game, and somebody said something interesting, and it's that this game has 2 versions in Japan. There's a boy version and a girl version, and apparently in the girl version there isn't a new game plus. And the reasoning for that is that after you complete the game, you get married and you become like a stay-at-home wife and you no longer work on the farm. And some people interpret that as like Japan expressing its conservative values or something like that. That post was kind of controversial. Because the guy who made the post, he was making it out to be like some feminism thing. I'm not sure if that's the case or not, but it's possible. But the people in the thread, they thought it kind of made him come across as like an incel, the way he was saying it. But that's interesting if it's true. You would think, why would you allow the male version of the game to have a new game plus, but not the female version? It doesn't really make sense. So there had to be some type of reasoning behind it. And that guy in that thread, even though the way he said it was kind of incelish, He was probably right. I can't think of a reason not to have it if the game was produced at the same time. Because from what I understand, the boy version and the girl versions of the game kind of operates like Pokemon, where you have the blue and the red. You know, typically when it comes to Pokemon, they'll release two versions of the game. You know, black, white, up, down. Pokemon rap, Pokemon country. Okay. So yeah, at this point, I'm pretty much just doing most of this like farming stuff just to show you guys. But between episodes, I'm not gonna be doing a lot of farming because I just don't need to. I mean, look at my money. I got 175,164 gold. I'm balling. I'm balling. In this game, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. But you'd be surprised, like early in the game, how expensive it is because it's like for everything that you do that allows you to make money, you got to spend money just as fast. I think, in fact, we have every, we have like every, oh shit, I forgot about the map. It's the map. But I think we have every month documented in terms of how much I spent and how much I made. Um, nah, they don't keep track of. No, I can't look at the older ones, but I can look at like I can't go all the way back, but I can look at some of them. So let me see. All right, so we can see this month, last month, the month before that, and the month before that. And so you can see, let me see. Like look at fall there. I spent 8,000 and made 16,000. I think fall is actually like the month where you can make the most money because um I think it has I forgot exactly what it is, but I think the reason why you can make so much money during fall is because they have certain crops that grow really fast and are worth a lot of money. And they also have different items just laying around, like apples that you can pick up every day and sell. But fall is always the most profitable profitable month, with winter being the least profitable because you can't grow anything during winter. But you can see, like the last spring, I made 6,000, spent three. Falls made 16,000, spent eight. Winter made 5,000, spent four. Now that doesn't seem too bad, but earlier in the game, it was harder to find that right balance because um, it's quite a lot that you have to purchase. And yes, I'm gonna. I still got to do this. It's a lot that you have to buy. You know, like just for example, when you have these different tools and you upgrade them, it costs a couple thousand to upgrade them every time. Like I think it starts off cheap and then it gets more expensive the higher the upgrade is. So it'll start off like 1,000 for the upgrade, then it goes up to 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, something like that. Then on top of that, when you're buying the expansions to your house and your farm, those are expensive too. I had to upgrade my book bag there, or as the game calls it, the rucksack. That costs money. Then I think you gotta buy some of the tools too. Not most of them. Like you have to buy the, what is it? You have to buy the shears for the sheep. You have to buy the milker. Is that what it's called? Are they called milkers? Milkers. Ah, that's funny. Okay, we're finally done at 8 o'clock. Damn, dude. But I think most of that time was just picking turnips. So It really wasn't all that bad. Hold up. We got the horse now. Well, it's not gonna matter. It's not gonna matter. I'm not gonna brush him every day, so I'm not even gonna worry about it. I'll brush him every now and then, and maybe I'll be able to keep him this time. But when I'm done with this game, I'm done. The baby is sleeping. Okay, another day. So we have some more neighbors that we need to meet, and a couple more systems that need to be explained. Hopefully, I can remember everything. Oh shit! An event. That's Papori's brother, by the way. Did you hear, Emmanuel? Rick and Karen are going to get married. Yay! Love is in the air. That's right. Now that Papori is married, I don't have to worry anymore. You're saying you got married thanks to me? Startled. I know that's not it. Anyway, our wedding is today. Please attend, both of you. Oh, I got work to do. But luckily it's raining today, so I don't have to do any. I don't have to do any watering of the crops. So remember what I said last time. There are different girls in the village that you can marry, but it's up to you whether you romance them or not. But if you don't romance them, they'll get married or hook up with one of the other guys in the village. So you have a limited amount of time to actually get the girl that you want. If you wait too long, I think they'll all end up getting paired up and you'll end up an incel forever. The two of you work together to make a happy life. This is great. I feel like in a world like this sort of idyllic, peaceful world, a toast to the young pair, you would really have to get married to get laid, right? It just seems like everybody is so conservative in this world. Like I can't imagine you convincing any of the girls to have sex without getting married. When's the next holiday? Oh wait, let's see. On the 22nd, and it's the cooking festival. All right, so when we went to Rick's wedding, I wonder if that's gonna change anything. Like, are they gonna be living together? They better be living together. All right, so they're growing, but they're not done yet. You can see these little yellow things appeared on top of them, but they're not quite done yet. So let's check out the horse real quick. And that was the mistake I made. But look, hold up. Let me see if I can do it. Yeah, I would just talk to him every day, and I lost the horse because of that. You're supposed to brush him. But like I said, he never told me that. He did not tell me you had to brush him. Oh, son of a bitch. Sometimes these fences, they degrade over time, so you got to replace them. I just got it up for decoration, really. The fence is more so for protecting the animals if you have them outside, but I don't put mine outside. Let me check how much animal food I have real quick, and I keep going to the map. Ooh, I need some chicken feed very soon. Okay, there we go. This has to look like the most boring game ever. I can't lie, it has to look like that. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, when you play it, it hit different, bro. You gotta play it to believe it. Now, I will say maybe it's not for everybody, but if you've ever played Animal Crossing or any sort of life simulator game, you will understand. These are not the kind of games you can judge off appearances. I mean, this game had me hooked. I mean, you get so into building up your farm and everything, and wanting to get married and getting the different animals, and then you were participating in the different festivals around the village. Okay, well, fuck it. All right, that's done. Man, you gotta love those rainy days. It's always nice when you don't have to worry about watering anything. And I messed up there. I'll just put it here. Now the cool thing is you can get the forest sprites to help you out on the farm, but you gotta wait until the later months, the later seasons. They only can help you during the summer, fall, and winter. But for me, they weren't that helpful, I gotta say. I've read that they get better the more you use them, but I really didn't trust them. And I think I read there's a glitch too. There's a glitch where they can't do something right as far as like caring for like sheep or cow. I forgot what it is. Like it's something that they just won't do even though they're supposed to do it. So I mean that's probably a good way to utilize them, but it's hard for me to see exactly how to do that. I'll give you the perfect example. Let's say you get the water, not the water sprites, the forest sprites, and you get them to water your crops. They don't do it like you. That's the problem. They'll go out there, and you know how I got it arranged, and like I have them arranged neatly in blocks of 8. They'll water one spot, go over here, then water that one, run over here, then water that one. They're so random with how they help you, and that's the problem. And so if you rely on them to water your stuff, you're gonna come out the next day, and then the plants are gonna be unevenly growing. I grab too much feed too. I know it's a waste, but time is of the essence. I gotta buy some chicken feed too. I want to see Rick with his new wife. I want to see if Karen is gonna actually live with him now. And it's locked. We'll wait. But this is there's Karen right there, standing in the rain. Hello, Emmanuel. Working on the poultry farm. It's sure hard work. Damn. So he put he put her to work, man. That's why I don't get though about the girl version. It's like why? Well, Rick put his wife to work. Why can't you work as a wife of your husband? I don't know. I don't get it. Okay. I think they're closed today. I think they're closed on Saturdays. Can I go upstairs now? Oh, cool. So there's this thing where you can only go to the other parts of a character's house if you have a good relationship with them. Or maybe it has to do with who you're married to. It's either or. One of the interesting things about this game is that in Japan it's not called Harvest Moon. Now that's not exactly unusual for a game to have a different name when it's localized in a different country. When they take the game and bring it somewhere else, that's not incredibly unusual. Kind of like Streets of Rage and how it's called Bare Knuckle in Japan, but it's called Streets of Rage in America. But the interesting thing about this is that somehow when they brought this game over to America to be localized, not only did they change the name, but the I think the developers who are responsible for the localization, they ended up owning the changed name. So they own the name Harvest Moon. And so they've been releasing new Harvest Moon games, but they're not the actual developers of the game. And that's why the new Harvest Moon games are so different and just have a completely different vibe. I think the Japanese version is called Stardew Valley. Don't quote me on that. Don't quote me on that. I'll look it up real quick when I get a second. Did we check out the bar? Yeah, I'm just trying to make sure we checked out all the different places. This is the bar here, though. Give me a snack, my good man. Ooh, apple pie. Man, I love me some apple pie. My mom had this thing where she was buying apple pie like every month. And we were tearing that shit up. We were tearing it up. It's not really, and I hate to say it because this is such a fat ass thing to say, but it's not the apples in the pie that I like. It's the crust and it's the that sweet feeling inside of it. Looks like Stu and May stayed home today because of the bad weather. I'm going to take it easy today too. Okay. Can I play the piano? Yeah, this some very religious people here. I think it's empty ass church. But yeah, don't quote me on it. I'm not sure what the Japanese name is, but I think it's Stardew something. I gotta go look it up. I have it for you guys on the next episode. But basically, it's not called Harvest Moon in Japan, and the team that localized the game, they own the name Harvest Moon, and they've been putting out games under the Harvest Moon title, which aren't even developed in Japan or by the people who developed Harvest Moon originally. Looks like the rain has no plan to stop, and I was looking forward to going to the square. Oh. Ellie's taking care of Stu since she herself was young, and she's worked even harder since my legs went bad. Yeah, this is the library here. And I think this is another girl that you can romance. As you can see, she has a black heart, so she hates me. Nah, that just means you guys don't have any kind of relationship. So here you can read different books, but I don't really bother to do that. But I think for the most part, we've already met most of the villagers. There's a handful we haven't ran into yet. Ooh. And that's the last girl we just saw's mom. And see, I can't go up there. You shouldn't be snooping around in another person's house like that, Emmanuel. Oh man. My bad. Got some more characters right there. But I think we're done for today, so we can go ahead and sleep. Rainy days are so somber. Oh, you can cook too. Preparing to cook. Please wait. Let's follow a recipe. There are a lot of different recipes in this game. Let's try cake. Not enough ingredients. Okay. Cookie. So I need some butter for that raisin bread. Oh, cool. And like I said, the cooking is mostly so you can make foods that will restore your stamina. That's some ugly looking raisin bread. And you can't sell it. Well, I'll give it to my wife. I love how she's out there just chilling and the baby's crying. Terrible mom. I mean, this is the kind of world where you can't even imagine the people getting divorced or going through a breakup or anything like that. Oh, it's not a rainy day. That means I gotta toil in the fields again. Oh boy. Oh, Wong Cheng. He's like this traveling salesman. And his whole gimmick is that sometimes he sells things that are useful. Sometimes he sells things that aren't so useful. But everything he sells is always overpriced or expensive. This is just between me and you. I mean, you and me, okay? It's called an Suk Du Apple and it costs 500. Do you want to know the real name? It's very long. Ready? Super Ultra Great Delicious Wonderful Apple. Phew, that's the name. You'll know why after you taste it. So I think these are the apples that actually increase your stamina permanently. And I think he's going to eat it automatically. Oh no, he doesn't. Okay. So you see there, you see those 3 red, well, they look like tomatoes under my name. Those represent how much stamina you have. And so the more stamina you have, the longer it takes for you to get fatigued while working. And so eating this should actually increase my overall stamina. So let me look. Nope. Well, I was off base there. Anyway, so these are cucumbers. These are some thin cucumbers. Damn. Pencil dick. Okay. Oh, so much fun. So you can actually build. I forgot what it's called. It's like it's another extension, and it's so that you can grow crops or any crops throughout any season in the year, even during winter. But the problem is, if there's a hurricane, there's a good chance it's gonna get destroyed. That's why I never bothered to actually make one of those or to have one of those built because I think they're kind of expensive. I might do that though, just for the culture. You know, after spring, we still got 3 seasons to go. But I'm going to end this episode soon because we actually got this. We got the cucumbers done. And I think for each episode, I'm just going to show off like the different crops and whatnot. I would love to see this game make a comeback though, for sure. I just think there's so much untapped potential with this. I think there's so much more they could do to make the game more engaging and stuff like that. And this is the age of heavy waifuism. You know, people love games with with romantic options or romance options where there are different girls you can romance and date or fall in love with. Gamers eat stuff like that up. I think, like, if I had to make a Harvest Moon for the modern gamer, I would lean very heavily into that aspect of the game. It's okay in this one, but I think it's also it's kind of bare bones too when you think about it. Like the whole courtship process is kind of silly because for me it just came down to giving Popori a ridiculous amount of boiled eggs, which is just nonsense when you think about it. And it's just, that's not very engaging, you know? I think the courtship process should be more, it should be more fun. And there should be more challenge to it. More challenge, more risk. I swear harvesting is so time consuming. One thing I will say, I think the harvest sprites are good for one thing, and that's harvesting vegetables, because even though they're very random with how they pick stuff up and pretty much how they do everything, it doesn't matter as much when it comes to harvesting, because picking up something is just that. You're picking it up and they're putting it in the bin up there. And so that's not really a big problem. They can do that, and even though they do it very randomly, at least they're picking it up. So they still are able to save you time. I think that's what they're best suited for. Also, I think caring for the animals, but I'm also kind of iffy on that too, because I've noticed there are times where I forgot to put all those things in the bin too. Well, give me a little snack. I get high on my own supply, baby. I couldn't imagine having 10 animals in here. I mean, 20 animals in here. Because it's so hard to move around the ones that are already in here. I think for every animal you have, your percentage goes up too. And so technically, if you wanted to, if you knew you were coming up close to the end of the game, you could just buy 20 cows or 20 sheep or mix and match deal, just to get those percentages. I think you could, depending on how many cows and shit you can buy in one day. There might be a limit, or you could just plan ahead, get all your cows pregnant. Not personally, but you know. Okay, we're done with that. All right, let's go. Whew. Wait a minute. Let's see if the grass is done growing yet. Yep, we got some. That's nice. Oh, a frog. So remember, all this grass is going to turn into feed for the cows. Like, look at the number. Press the wrong button again. So it's at 314 now, and now it's at 323. So even though grass is expensive, the cool thing about it is that it keeps growing all throughout the year. So you don't have to worry about regrowing it. Well, until wintertime, of course. Nothing grows during the wintertime. But you don't have to worry about regrowing it for the whole year. And on top of that, you're getting feed for your cows and your sheep as it grows. So it's actually a good investment. I didn't really utilize it enough early in the game. Granted, I didn't have a lot of as many animals either, so I didn't need it as much. What's up with those frogs? Can I pick them up? Oh god, imagine having to do it one by one. And we still didn't get to the chickens. But you notice that the eggplants are still, or like the base of the eggplant crop is still there. So if I keep watering it, I can keep getting, cucumber. If I keep watering it, I can get more cucumbers out of it. It'll still take a few days, but it won't take as long as when you first started growing it. Notice how the chickens are all asleep because it's nighttime. That's a nice detail right there. Okay. They probably mad because they ain't been fed yet. Okay. Oh man, one thing I do wish, and see, this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying when I say that there's so much more you could do with this game. I wish you could get your wife to help you out with the daily chores. Like that would be cool. Cause you can't say she's in there cooking and cleaning. Cause I maintained the house before she even got there. So what the hell is she doing other than holding the baby? Okay, I'll give you that. I'll give you that. The baby is important. But I think there should still be something. There should be something. But I'm like, kid. Oh, I'd be a bad parent. I was about to say, can you leave a baby by himself in the house? God, probably not. Probably not. That's crazy. An infant child has to be watched all day, all day. I know some people they get the baby monitor where they have like it's like a microphone in the baby's room, and then in their room they have like the receiver, and they can hear if the baby is crying or anything. So you do have that stuff like that, but still. All right. So I'm gonna end the episode there. The next time you guys see me is gonna be summertime, and just gonna have a quick episode showing off some summer crops and all that good stuff. So I hope you guys enjoyed the episode, and I will see you on the next. So, Johnny.